Okay, apparently this video stirred up some shit that I just noticed. So I'm just gonna go over them real fast. Well, maybe not real fast, I don't know. But this one actually has like 100 more views than his video usually would get. One like, 11 dislikes. His description is these Christian Wiccan fools, or these quote Christian Wiccans unquote are fools. They are simply online trolls trying to attack Wicca and pagans. Do not listen to their blasphemy. He actually uses the word blasphemy, and I was just joking about him calling them blasphemers. Now he actually did it. This is just all right. First comment. It seems like he got into like an argument with some kind of pagan candle store. It's called Keys, Candles, and Hagstones. And this person writes, considering in the Middle Ages, most if not all witches were Christians, I have to call BS on this video. It's really no more a insane idea as your lord and lady, because that's a fairly new concept, darling. Not only that, but if you look at Psalms and other books of the Bible, you'll notice that they're basically spells. Please do the rest of us a favor and pick up one of Gemma Gary's books and do some actual research on witchcraft before you make your. And then it just stops there. And then Ethan replies with a gigantic wall of text. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. LOL, I have studied a variety of history both in a educational setting, he means high school, and in my own time. So you say that witches are Christians. Now that is pure bullshit. Maybe you should read about the Spanish Inquisition and the burning times that ravaged anyone who wasn't a Christian from the point of St. Peter to the 17th century. It clearly says in the Bible that one cannot worship any other god except for your God if you are a Christian. In fact, that one is in the Ten Commandments. It also says that anyone who practices magic or even simply take part in learning about anatomy, astrology, or medicine? Why does it say that? Should be burned. You know who Charlemagne is? He was the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire that wiped out whole kingdoms of Norse pagans, Celtic pagans, and anyone who was even suspected of witchcraft. The Catholic Church has just as much blood on their hands compared to Nazi Germany. Ethnic cleansing by race and religion. Sound familiar? I know what you are going to say is something as, well, that was the Catholic and I'm a Protestant, which still has as much corruption and blood on their hands as Catholics do. Think about all the killing that has happened in war and in peace that has been in the name of Christianity. Now I put past all that because the past cannot be undone. It only can be recorded and learned from, which makes history so important. I don't hate everyday Christians, but I do not tolerate fanatics. And as for Christian Wicca, it is an insult to people who do practice magic. That would be like someone who was an Islamist, who worshipped Muhammad, saying that they worship your God. Yeah, they don't do that. Or Jesus, or whatever. It's a complete contradiction, and it's retarded. Christians never have and never will practice magic. You listed like anatomy and medicine as magic. I don't. Christians never have and never will practice magic because their holy scriptures forbid magic on the pain of death. There is not even an argument that you can put forth that says Christians have practiced magic. And if there is, I would like you to explain it to me and show me your sources. Yeah, he's a source grabber now. He's not the one who needs citations about anything. I believe I am fair for asking that. I'm always open to a fair debate, which you seem to be challenging me to, two O's, and I am completely fine with that. But I won't tolerate fanatics that will tell me I'm going to burn for eternity because I don't believe in your God. Tips Fedora. Yeah, see, you can wear a fedora and believe this shit. I hope to hear back from you, and I might even make a part 2 to this video if you give me some points that prove your case, to clear up any misunderstandings. I hope to hear from you soon on this. Ciao, signed Ethan. The candle store replies, "First off, I'm not a Christian. I'm a child of the old monster, the devil, Old Nick, and secondly, although the British cunning folk were in almost all cases Christian themselves, certain Christian theologians and church authorities believe that being practitioners of magic, the cunning folk were in league with the devil and as such were akin to the more overtly satanic and malevolent witches." Source, Wikipedia, Cunning Folk in Britain. Ethan replies, "Any serious scholar will tell you Wikipedia is not an official source for anything. I am actually very into English history, and never have I heard of anything such as this, and I bet you there is not even close documentation for it, even if it did exist. I know the people of cities of London, Yorkshire, Norfolk, Suffolk, Canterbury, etc., would execute anyone who is even close to being suspected of being involved in any sort of witchcraft or anything that is against the Catholic Church. Or maybe perhaps this is a family tradition of a village in the deep north or something. I can't even find on Wikipedia where and when this is supposed to originate. It even says the deepest trace of it is in the 16th or 17th century. That is not medieval England." A guy called Geeky Gumdrop. "I want to start off by mentioning that I am in fact an atheist. However, I've spent over 7 years studying world religions, and almost every religion claims to be the correct and only true religion. However, since Wicca has no set holy book, one can meld any religion or spiritual pathway with it harmoniously. Nowhere does it say that one must believe every Wiccan common belief. Exodus 23 says, 'You shall not put any other god before me.' So if you take the Christian Bible to be complete and total word of God, that means the Christian God acknowledges other deities. I can't speak for all Christo-pagans, but the ones I know honor God, Jesus, and Mary as their matron and patron. Also, ending my comment, I want to also mention that as an atheist, I'm not anti-religion. I think that if we really do only have one life to live, then let people do what makes them happy. Who are you to call someone else's belief false?" Yeah, he's talking about people shunning his quote-unquote faith. And then when he sees Christian pagans, he's like, "They're online trolls. They don't really believe this shit. This is blasphemy." Ethan replies to that comment, "If you're an atheist, you know how much Christianity is full of bullshit." See, yeah, this feels like I'm reading something on Our Atheism. Come on now. No, Wicca doesn't have a holy book. It has several different paths and covens that practice how they want to practice. But, they can't be Christians or anything. I am just making a point about how it is fucking stupid to be both a Christian and a Wiccan, and it's something I refuse to recognize. Like I have said, for maybe the 11th time by now, I have no problems with your modern everyday Christian, but I will not tolerate fanatics, and I will not tolerate somebody who thinks they can be both a Christian/Wiccan. It has no concept. It's almost comedic. He wears a fedora, who can watch this and still say, only atheists are like neckbeards who... And it's a bunch of, pagans saying how they're Christian pagans. This one guy is saying Christianity is basically full of magic with pagan roots. Talks about the Amish. And he says, "I'm more of a pagan than a Wiccan, buddy. That's why this series is called The Gentleman's Guide to Paganism. Wicca is something I found to be a springboard into true magic and enlightenment. Everyone is allowed to worship whoever they want in the end. I was just saying that I am a bit offended. A bit offended? You're fucking throwing, like, your life down, ready to, like, take these people out for blaspheming against your sect of... And that the idea of it is ludicrous. I respect Christians, but Christian Wicca is just fantasy, in my opinion. I just don't consider someone who is a Christian who tries using magic. Serious. Nothing against Christians, against hypocrites. You just said that they can't practice magic. You're saying that... I mean, I guess you could consider some of the things they do magic. And a Christian Wiccan actually responds with a new comment. I am a Christian Wiccan. I only say Christian because I know the teachings of Jesus as a great teacher. I do not follow the other parts of the Bible, for they were changed so many times in its roots. I go to a UU church and am accepted there. You need to open your mind. By the way, by he way, I have been doing magic since birth, and prayer is a form of magic, man. It is sending energy out. And then he replies, Ethan replies to that guy, haha, fuck off. Go masturbate to your messiah. You are not a musician, fuckwit. Prayer isn't magic. Shut the fuck up. Fucking fool. Jesus fucking. Lay off like the edge there. The guy responds, dude, look, all magic is another form of technology. Ethan responds, lol, no. Magic is natural energy that we use our souls and minds to create. If you're a Christian Wiccan, then I will consider you my enemy. He's not even... He just made a video about coexistence, and he's talking about attacking people for identifying as Christian Wiccans. He says they're his enemy. He will attack you on the street. Well, I doubt it. He'll probably fucking run away. And then he'll make a video about it. I'm gonna continue. And you people that feel sympathetic to Christianity, then you are our enemy as well. They're all his enemy. Think well on whose side you are on, because if you defend them, then you are against true men. What a fucking lunatic. The ATF needs to raid his house. Almoon McLaren comments, who died and made you Merlin, you little pissant? Ethan replies, that's mature. Fuck you too, mate. Well, I guess that proves his English. He said the word mate. So he's starting a little shitstorm with this little corner of YouTube about paganism. He's making it clear, like, if you are a Christian Wiccan, you are his enemy. You are a heretic. Kind of like that one entity, that one religious organization in the past that called people heretics and said they were the enemy and blasphemers and history. He even talks about history and saying how important it is to learn from it or else history repeats itself. And here he is, spewing this bullshit. I mean, and I was gonna upload episode 6 making fun of him, but he was just talking about, like, souls and what happens when you die, and it sounded like he was, like, on the verge of tears or something. It was, like, really awkward and kind of boring to make fun of, so I just skipped it. But these comments, they're usually just shit like people call him a dork and a nerd and shit, but yeah, these comments, he's a total asshole. Like, no regrets making fun of these. Like, it's one thing, like, to do something for comfort, but now you're calling people fucking blasphemers and heretics. Because this guy follows... All this one guy said was that he believed in the teachings of Jesus and that he identified as a pagan. And he, like, said that he practiced magic, and Ethan was calling him a fucking fool, that he was wrong. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, some people are just batshit crazy.